Dale Earnhardt's final dominant victory, the Winston 500 at Talladega in the fall of 2000. After a couple seasons of lackluster performance compared to how the seven-time champion in the NASCAR Cup Series had become accustomed to performing. Always running near the front and in the battle for the Cup Series championship, though it had been since 1994 since Earnhardt won his record-tying 7th Cup Series title. For a couple seasons in 1995 and 96, he remained competitive. His best start was first 3 times at Atlanta in the spring, Daytona in the summer, and Richmond in the fall. His best finish was first 5 times at North Wilkesboro and Sonoma in the spring, Indianapolis in the summer, Martinsville and Atlanta in the fall. Overall, in 31 Cup Series starts, Earnhardt scored 3 poles, 5 wins, 19 top 5s, and 23 top 10s, finishing second in final NASCAR Cup Series point standings. Winning his second International Race of Champions championship in 1995, scoring 2 wins, 2 top 5s, and 3 top 10s in 4 starts. Though his first injuries started to pile up at Talladega on July 28th, running the Die Hard 500 in 1996. Ernie Irvan and Sterling Marlin made contact, kicking off a crash that ended with Earnhardt hitting the retaining wall at almost 200 miles an hour. Then Dale's number 3 Chevrolet slid down the track and flipped into oncoming traffic. The number 3 was hit in the roof and on the windshield. Once medics got to Earnhardt, in typical Earnhardt fashion, he climbed out of his race car, waved to the crowd of spectators, and refused to be loaded onto the stretcher. Despite having a broken collarbone, a broken sternum, and a broken shoulder blade, he never missed a start in his race car. A couple weeks later, Earnhardt qualified on the pole and led the majority of the race at Watkins Glen, only to fall back to 6th by the end of the race. Nonetheless, Earnhardt pushed through the pain and finished 4th in final NASCAR Cup Series point standings. During 1997, Earnhardt went winless, though he scored 7 top 5s and 16 top 10s, finishing 5th in final NASCAR Cup Series point standings. During the early stages of the Mountain Dew Southern 500 in 1997, Earnhardt blacked out, causing him to hit the wall. He was suffering from double vision, and it took him several laps to even find pit road. Dale was evaluated at a local hospital and cleared the race the following week. Finally, after 20 years of trying and 20 years of frustration, to quote Mike Joy, Dale Earnhardt drives his number 3 Goodwrench Chevrolet Monte Carlo across the start-finish line to pick up the caution flag, ending this race with Dale Earnhardt finally scoring his long-awaited first ever Daytona 500 victory. The rest of the 1998 season wasn't that spectacular, scoring 1 win, 5 top 5s, and 13 top 10s, finishing 8th in final NASCAR Cup Series point standings. Earnhardt was beginning to return to the top flight driver us fans and the motorsports industry came to know over the past few decades. Winning both races at Talladega in 1999 as a controversial ending to a victory at Bristol in the fall, when Earnhardt spun Terry Labonte and dropped his famous line, "I didn't mean to spin him, but I did mean to rattle his cage, though." Overall, scoring 3 wins, 7 top 5s, and 21 top 10s, finishing 7th in final NASCAR Cup Series point standings. Winning his 3rd IROC title in 1999, scoring 3 wins, 3 top 5s, and 4 top 10s in 4 starts. Finally, the turn of the century, the year 2000, and Dale Earnhardt was as competitive as ever, finding victory lane early in the season at Atlanta in the spring, winning by 1/10 of a second over Bobby Labonte. Event. Overall scoring 2 wins, 13 top 5s, and 24 top 10s, with 0 DNFs throughout the season, finishing 2nd in final NASCAR Cup Series point standings. In fact, this weekend, October 18th and 19th, is the weekend 25 years ago exactly to the day that Earnhardt scored his 10th Talladega victory and his 76th and final dominant victory of his NASCAR Cup Series career. By winning the Winston 500 Talladega race in the fall of 2000, Dale Earnhardt won the noble $5 million bonus. Dale also won his fourth and final IROC title in 2000, with a score of 1 win, 4 top 5s, and 4 top 10s. I'm not sure if we'll ever see another driver be able to pull off a feat like that, like Dale Earnhardt pulled off at Talladega in 2000. Of course, we all know the tragedy that happened in the next NASCAR Cup Series race in the Daytona 500 in 2001. A legend would lose his life doing what he loved to do more than anything. Here is Dale Earnhardt's incredible career statistics. In the NASCAR Cup Series, in 636 starts, he scored 22 poles, 76 wins, 281 top 5s, and 428 top 10s, and scoring 7 championships. In the Xfinity Series, he made 136 starts, scoring 7 poles, 21 wins, 65 top 5s, and 75 top 10s, not scoring any championships. In an IROC, he made 59 starts, scoring 11 wins, 34 top 5s, and 53 top 10s, winning 4 IROC Series championships. Thanks for watching, everybody, and take care.